Hello everyone. I wanted to do this video for a long time. The time has finally come. Here is the damage dealer tier list. I'll be ranking sync pairs purely based on how much damage they can deal, from left to right. The utility tier list is coming soon, so some sync pairs you see on this one might rank higher or lower on the other one. Keep in mind, this is my own personal opinion and you're allowed to disagree with the choices. You can also leave your opinion in the comments. Gonna go through each tier, one by one, and explain why some sync pairs are placed in that tier. Anyways, let's get started. In C and D tier we got sync pairs that either have low damage, are hard to use, or they're way better choices out there. Even with the addition of their sync grids, they're still pretty weak or outdated. Some sync pairs in this tier have sync grids that directs them into a completely different playstyle than their original. That makes them lack in both. For example, Caitlyn, Clement, and Valerie have sync grids that benefits them for being a tank, while they're originally designed to be damage dealers. The B tier has a good amount of sync pairs that could get better if they would get their EX unlocked or an updated sync grid. For example, Ethan, Guzma, and Lysenda lack strong multipliers on their sync move and their moves have mediocre damage. They're definitely sync pairs that I can see getting an updated sync grid in the future. Now, Bunny May has a pretty strong high jump kick when it mega evolves, but that's the issue. Pre-Mega Lopunny is a normal type with a mega sync move, so it has lower base power, it cannot be super effective, and has no multipliers. It's definitely one of the weakest striker sync moves in the game, and that holds her back a lot. Moving on to B+ tier, in this tier we got sync pairs who are also lacking a bit on damage or require a lot of setup to be good, but they can get the job done. They either have a strong move or sync move, but not another reliable source of damage. On to the A tier. Sync pairs in this tier have good damage, can still clear content pretty easily, and are good alternative or extra choices for dealing damage. SC Guzma's damage capability can be placed a lot higher, but for me personally, I don't find his kit very optimal. The original Cygnus suit Cynthia, when she came out, was one of the strongest, if not the strongest, dragon damage dealer in the game, but with each new release of a dragon sync pair, she now feels outdated and left behind. There is also Getseas and Koga, who will hopefully get their EX unlocked soon and could give them a big boost in damage. In the A+, we got sync pairs who barely don't reach the top cut but are very strong nonetheless. A lot of these sync pairs used to be the best in their category, and now they've either been power crept by stronger sync pairs or feel very outdated. A good example, Steven and Lance, Wally and Blue, SS Grimsley and Morty, were all very strong sync pairs when they first came out. However, with Cynthia's and Karen's updated sync grid, Steven, Lance, Gloria and Blue have a very good chance to also receive these big upgrades. Now, we're slowly reaching the peak. Everyone in this tier and above is considered a top tier sync pair. Some of them have withstood the test of time or have received major buffs to their kits. Each sync pair in this tier have something incredibly powerful that makes them exceed above the previous ones. A devastating sync nuke, a very hard-hitting move, or in some cases, both. Now, onto the S+ tier. All of these sync pairs have one thing in common, an absolute stacked kit. A kit that's so full of damage and utility that makes everyone below them feel inferior and naked. The thing to notice is that this tier has 3 sync pairs from the general pool who are considered by many the strongest non-limited damage dealers in the game, and these are SS Erika, Hala and May. These 3 have very strong damage, an easy-to-use kit, with 2 of them also having a weather effects that can benefit the whole team. The rest of them are mostly recent Poké Fair and seasonal sync pairs. Let's move on, we're now at the peak. The SS tier, this tier has sync pairs that whoever designed them had one thing in mind. Make them absolutely broken. Their kits are so powerful and unfair that taking half of them out would still consider them OP. These currently hold as the strongest damage dealers in the game. And as you noticed, the majority of them are of course, Master Fairs. And that's it. We've reached the end. This was my current damage dealer tier list and I hope you. Wait, what do you mean there is one more? There is no way there is a sync pair that's even stronger, that's impossible. There is no way DeNA would make something so insanely powerful. Oh? Yes, of course, the one who holds the crown, the strongest of the strongest, the protagonist of our childhood. There, the tier list is now finished. There were some sync pairs that I wanted to re-evaluate, since some of them aged well, or have gotten better throughout the years. I couldn't talk in detail about every individual sync pair, or else the video would be more than an hour long. I've showcased the majority of them in previous videos, so I highly suggest you clicking the playlist at the end screen for more details. Hope you guys enjoyed it and thank you for watching. Utility tier list is coming soon, see ya later.